My mother has been the queen for a long time, and while you know this could happen, no one really thought much about it. Part of it is because the monarchy is tied to inheritance and continuity. However, when Princess Anne revealed a secret will left by Queen Elizabeth, it shocked the entire royal family. It not only shattered long-held beliefs, but also upended their world. What will this revelation mean for the future of the monarchy? Let's explore the hidden truths behind this will and the effects it had on Charles as he faced it, along with the quiet rise of Princess Catherine within the royal palace. Do you believe there are secrets in the royal family that no one knows about? If you think so, leave a 1 in the comments, and if not, comment a 0. Don't forget to enjoy the video and support us by hitting the subscribe button. Within the Grand Palace, an unexpected storm is brewing. But this storm doesn't come from external enemies or political issues. It originates from a personal letter left by Queen Elizabeth, discovered after her passing. The letter was hidden in a box exclusively for Princess Anne, who had to verify its authenticity before deciding whether to reveal it. After confirming its legitimacy, Princess Anne chose to share it with her brother King Charles, the one who needed to hear this the most. King Charles, known for his calm demeanor in fulfilling his duties, was deeply moved as he read the letter. The atmosphere in the room grew quiet and tense. Princess Anne stood silently beside him, offering her support. The Queen's emotional will wasn't just a declaration of love, it also contained doubts about his leadership in the modern age. His mother emphasized that while she wasn't stripping him of power, she wanted him to understand that the world had changed and the monarchy needed to adapt. But the most surprising words were about Duchess Catherine. The Queen wrote that Catherine was not just William's wife, but a crucial part of the royal family's future. She described Catherine as calm, strong, and naturally able to bring people together without force. These words were not merely casual remarks, they were a directive, a clear plan for the future. Charles, who was famously known for his emotional control, couldn't maintain his composure. As he finished reading the final lines of the letter, he stood up, took a step back, and then collapsed to the floor, crying out for help. Courtiers rushed into the room as paramedics arrived moments later. Though he regained consciousness immediately, the situation became serious. The room was sealed off, phones were confiscated, and everyone present had to swear an oath of secrecy about the incident. The doctors believed his fainting was due to stress, but those who witnessed the event knew that it wasn't just a physical issue, it was an emotional reaction. Princess Anne, though witnessing her brother's emotional turmoil, remained silent. She knew she had fulfilled her duty by revealing the truth to King Charles. Rather than offering him words of comfort, she simply stood by his side, silently providing support. However, Charles wasn't the only one affected by the contents of the will. The story of Queen Elizabeth II will not only address the transfer of power, but also emphasized a surprisingly forward-looking vision for the future, particularly focusing on Duchess Catherine. The will highlighted William's importance to the crown, but unexpectedly elevated Catherine to a higher level. The Queen not only saw Catherine as a leader in her own right, but also as a crucial support for the monarchy. Qualities like Catherine's calmness, stability, and leadership abilities were recognized as essential for a modern monarch. Although the Queen did not declare that Catherine would rule alone, she affirmed that Catherine would be an indispensable part of the monarchy's success in the future. This wasn't just about branding or power. It was about what would be remembered. The Queen saw something special in Catherine's genuine relationships, her courage, calmness, and strength without arrogance. She wanted the monarchy to endure and believed that Catherine needed to play a key role not just beside William, but at the very heart of the institution. William had no idea of his mother's plans, and when he read her will, he was deeply moved. While his position as heir to the throne was unquestioned, the fact that Catherine was regarded by the Queen as his equal completely changed everything. The Queen's will assigned Catherine new ceremonial and advisory duties distinct from those typically given to a consort. Catherine was expected to play a larger role in shaping public opinion and bridging the royal family with the modern world. The Queen's instructions outlined how Catherine should present herself to the public and how she could gradually take on more responsibilities while maintaining her traditional role. These were not mere ideas, but practical strategies to transform the monarchy. William, who has always been deeply concerned for his wife, was said to have spoken with Princess Anne, expressing his profound feelings about Catherine being recognized as the future of the monarchy. Catherine, known for her grace and ability to shoulder the world's expectations, now carried an even greater burden as she was expected to take on this significant role. However, this recognition did not come from her title, but from the deep qualities of her character. Even though the secret had been revealed, Catherine continued to fulfill her public duties, maintaining her calm demeanor before the media. Although the public remained unaware of the secret will, gradual changes were beginning to take place within the palace's power hierarchy. This was not an attempt to seize power, but a transfer of vision from a mother to her children. Queen Elizabeth had foresight and believed that in the future, Catherine would not only support the crown, but would also hold it. For the first time in royal history, someone who had previously remained in the background was now being asked to take on a more prominent role, marking a significant turning point for the monarchy. So how did Princess Anne discover this secret? The story begins in a tranquil location on the family's private estate. After Queen Elizabeth passed away, Princess Anne was tasked with reviewing her late mother's personal belongings. While sorting through old letters and mementos, she came across a gleaming mahogany box sealed and labeled "Personal," to be handled by Anne. This was the box containing the secret will the Queen had left for her, a treasure that only Anne had the authority to open and receive the crucial instructions her mother had left behind. Princess Anne carefully opened the mahogany box, revealing a folded piece of parchment and a note written by her mother's own hand. The delicate paper, though fragile, was preserved in excellent condition, and Anne immediately recognized that this was a significant find. Inside was the Queen's private will, never before made public or seen by the royal advisors. Unlike the official documents processed during the will's authentication, this one had a clearly marked date at the top, showing it had been created just 3 months before the Queen's passing. Anne knew she had uncovered an important document. Princess Anne didn't immediately tell others about the document. She understood its significance and decided to seek the advice of 2 legal experts. After thorough research and verification of the document's authenticity, the experts confirmed that this was indeed the Queen's true will. The will wasn't just a list of assets. It delved into important matters such as succession rights and the roles of each royal family member, including King Charles's leadership and Prince William's role. What stood out was the Queen's sincere reflections on Duchess Catherine, her words kind, yet direct, revealing information that had never been known before. The Queen didn't write merely as a ruler, but also as a devoted mother and grandmother. She reflected on the future of the monarchy and the challenges it might face. She asserted that Catherine, the Duchess of Wales, would play an extremely crucial role in preserving and advancing the monarchy. While she didn't declare that Catherine would rule alone, she clearly stated that Catherine would be an indispensable part of the monarchy's success. As Anne read the document, she felt moved, yet also worried that sharing the will could lead to conflicts within the royal family and create divisions. Despite feeling uneasy, Princess Anne ultimately decided to take action. She knew that keeping the document secret would go against her mother's final request. However, revealing it could harm the harmony within the royal family. Still, Anne felt that her mother's final thoughts deserved to be shared. When King Charles read the document, he was deeply affected by his mother's words. The content of the will wasn't just a duty, it was a personal matter of great importance to him. It made him feel as though the Queen was continuing to communicate with him from beyond the world. One of the key elements in the will was the Queen's quiet admiration for Duchess Catherine. The Queen recognized Catherine's importance to the royal family and the monarchy, especially in her relationship with King Charles and Princess Anne. The conversations between Catherine and the Queen weren't limited to matters of state. They also included discussions about family and the challenges of public life. This relationship helped Catherine grow into a confident and capable individual, ready to take on more significant roles within the royal family. The special bond between Duchess Catherine and Queen Elizabeth laid a strong foundation for Catherine's growth within the royal family. The Queen wasn't just a ruler, but also a mentor, always ready to offer valuable advice and unwavering support. Their private conversations at Kensington Palace helped Catherine gain a deeper understanding of her responsibilities and prepared her for a more prominent role in the future. The afternoon teas, which were not only about politics but also personal matters, helped Catherine become an indispensable part of the monarchy. In 2019, Queen Elizabeth publicly praised Duchess Catherine for her dedication and tireless efforts towards the monarchy. As a sign of her appreciation, the Queen awarded Catherine the Royal Victoria Order's Grand Cross, not only as a recognition of her hard work, but also as an expression of the Queen's confidence in Catherine's ability to represent royal values. During her time beside the Queen, Catherine learned invaluable lessons about royal protocol, emotional intelligence, and graceful demeanor, qualities that are essential for her future role as consort queen. In addition to her strong bond with Queen Elizabeth, the connection between Catherine and Princess Anne is equally significant. Known for her resilience and commitment to duty, Princess Anne has become an important role model for Catherine. Both women understand what it takes to live a royal life full of responsibility. Princess Anne has always been ready to offer valuable advice to Catherine, helping her balance family duties with public responsibilities. Their relationship is built on mutual respect and love, with admiration for each other's remarkable qualities. Catherine, unlike many other public figures, does not seek the spotlight. Instead, she chooses to approach her royal duties with humility and thoughtfulness, earning the admiration of both the royal family and the public. Princess Anne appreciates Catherine's calm demeanor and believes that she values quiet strength over personal ambition. Their relationship has grown stronger over the years thanks to their shared belief in duty and service. Princess Anne's remarks about Queen Elizabeth and Catherine's potential role in the monarchy highlighted the strong bond between them. Having witnessed the long reign of her mother, Princess Anne understands that the monarchy must evolve in order to survive and thrive. The Queen recognized Catherine's exceptional qualities, such as her confidence and the approval from both Anne and the Queen, pushed Catherine to prepare for a more significant role within the royal family. The relationship between Catherine, Queen Elizabeth, and Princess Anne will shape her path in the future. Catherine, the Duchess of Wales, is not only beloved within the royal family, but also admired by the public. With her calm demeanor and genuine smile, she has shown her dedication to her responsibilities, from her time as a duchess to her current role as princess, and in the future as queen. She is regarded as elegant, kind, and devoted, always prioritizing charitable work in her life. Catherine actively participates in numerous projects, with a particular focus on the development of young children and mental health. Rather than simply participating in events, she is committed to projects that have a long-lasting impact, including initiatives focused on the early years of a child's life. One of the key projects Catherine is working on is the development of children in their first 5 years of life. She has visited nurseries, engaged with parents, and collaborated with educators and experts. Catherine believes that the early years of a child's life are crucial for their future, and she is dedicated to supporting families in creating the best environment for young children's development. This initiative is part of her broader commitment to charitable work, highlighting her concern for the future and growth of the next generation. In 2020, Catherine launched a nationwide survey in the United Kingdom to gather opinions on the essential needs of children. This survey played a crucial role in the establishment of the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood. Catherine believes that the early years have a significant impact on a child's future development, particularly in terms of their health and well-being. Thanks to Catherine's strong commitment, this project has helped enhance understanding and support for children and families. In addition to her initiatives on physical health, Catherine has been actively involved in mental health projects alongside Prince William and Prince Harry. She launched the Heads Together campaign to reduce the stigma surrounding mental health issues. Catherine has shown genuine empathy and compassion as she works with healthcare professionals and families struggling with mental health challenges. Her dedication has sparked widespread discussions about mental health in the community. Do you believe Catherine's mental health project will receive support? If you agree, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to support us in sharing more inspiring stories like this. Catherine is also a strong advocate for the arts, sports, and initiatives that support those overcoming addiction. She is involved with organizations such as the National Portrait Gallery and the All England Tennis and Croquet Club, where she emphasizes the importance of art and physical activity in boosting confidence and aiding recovery. During the pandemic, Catherine undertook a photography project to encourage people to share their stories and emotions during the lockdown period. Catherine is recognized for her professional work ethic and calm demeanor in all public situations. She is consistently humble, polite, and considerate of others, making people feel acknowledged and supported. Although she tends to shy away from the spotlight, Catherine has made a profound impact in the community. Her public image continues to grow more positive thanks to her composure, simple style, and genuine attitude. Despite being a renowned duchess, family has always been Catherine's top priority. She not only cares for her 3 children, but also places great emphasis on maintaining a balanced private life. Catherine frequently shares the challenges and joys of motherhood, which helps her easily connect with other parents. The strong bond between Catherine and Prince William also serves as a model of support and collaboration within the royal family. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, commonly known as Kate, was born on January 9, 1982, in Reading, England. She grew up in a loving family with her parents, Carol and Michael Middleton, who worked hard to provide a successful future for their children. Kate is known for her calm and determined nature, always striving to excel in both academics and sports. She attended St. Andrew's School in Berkshire, where she met Prince William and formed a close friendship. This relationship later blossomed into love, and she became an integral part of the royal family. Kate and Prince William have faced many challenges together, fulfilling royal duties as a team. Their love story is not just a union of two people, but also a model of friendship, respect, and commitment to family and country. For Catherine, every step in life is a journey of building love and care for those around her. Both Kate and Prince William were art history majors at St. Andrews, where their relationship began to develop. They quickly became close, spending a lot of time together in class and participating in extracurricular activities. Initially, they kept their relationship private, but over time, their friendship evolved into love. Kate had a typical college experience, balancing her studies with a part-time job at a clothing store. However, her relationship with Prince William soon attracted media attention, making Kate the center of public interest. The royal bloodline is not important due to superstition or tradition, but because it is the only factor that distinguishes the monarchy from a mere spectacle. It is what gives weight to the crown, meaning to the lineage and structure, to a nation still deeply connected to its symbolic heritage. The truth has emerged, and now it's time for action. What happens next? How Parliament, the palace, and the people respond will determine whether the monarchy will rise stronger or dissolve more than ever before. Princess Anne has always been a prominent figure in royal duties, attending important events and representing the British monarchy with grace and dignity. From an early age, Anne demonstrated her commitment to public service with some of her most notable appearances, such as her visit to the Soviet Union in the 1970s. She has represented the Queen at key events, highlighting her role in diplomacy and peace-building during a time of tense international relations. One of those forms, a simple, unpolished clip of Diana laughing and playing in the garden, eventually found its way into a documentary about her life. It was never planned, never meant for the world, but somehow that short, tender moment said everything. Fully faced the challenges of dating a future king. As public attention focused more on her, Kate consistently maintained her calm and poise. While public attention shifted to Kate Camilla, who had always been a supportive and loyal companion to King Charles, faced a personal struggle. After Charles ascended to the throne, it seemed that Camilla had gained approval and secured a firm position. However, everything changed when a secret will of Queen Elizabeth was discovered. The will revealed that Catherine was to be the future queen, leaving Camilla feeling insecure and saddened. Someone who still mattered deeply. Sometimes it's the smallest gestures that carry the greatest meaning, and this one reminded the world not just of what was lost, but of everything she gave. Wishes. Camilla felt excluded not only because the attention shifted to Catherine, but also because she sensed that her own position wasn't fully recognized. This feeling seemed like a subtle rejection of Camilla and her role within the royal family. Feeling hurt, Camilla began holding private meetings with her team to find ways to protect her reputation and image. The goal of these meetings was to develop carefully crafted strategies to maintain her position within the royal family. These weren't just casual conversations, but well-planned tactics to demonstrate that she remained loyal, resilient, and deserving of her place beside King Charles. Despite her efforts to assert herself, Camilla could clearly sense a shift in public attitude. People no longer saw her solely as the queen beside King Charles. Instead, attention turned to Catherine, who brought a fresh, youthful image. Camilla worried about being forgotten in royal history, especially as Catherine took on a more prominent role. However, even though she felt uncertain about her place, Camilla continued to maintain a smile and her elegant image in front of the public. Although Camilla's outward calmness remained and she continued to maintain her image alongside Charles, those close to her could sense an underlying tension. It was like the calm before a storm, an unspoken sense of preparation that was clearly taking shape. Camilla wasn't stepping back. Instead, she was carefully preparing to assert her position within the royal family, despite the challenges and obstacles that lay ahead. While Camilla was preparing to face significant changes in royal life, Catherine continued gracefully and remained focused on her duties. She was unaware of the strong emotions her name was evoking. These emotions came from the woman who had once been seen as the one maintaining stability for the monarchy, but now Camilla felt the most vulnerable. This story is not only about the relationship between Camilla and Catherine, but also about the secret will of Queen Elizabeth. The will was not just a legal document, but a clever strategy crafted by the Queen to prepare for the transfer of power. In her final act, the Queen created space for what was to come, sending a message about the transformation of the monarchy and its future. Queen Elizabeth, the longest-reigning monarch in British history, not only prepared for her abdication, but also left behind a secret will. This will was written over nearly 2 years, with every word carefully chosen. She did not approach writing the will with fear, but from a place of wisdom after years of observing the changing world and the monarchy. The Queen was concerned that King Charles might resist change as the world evolved, but she placed her trust in William and his qualities, particularly the support he received from Catherine. Elizabeth not only saw Catherine as William's wife, but also as a woman with special qualities. Catherine brought a sense of calm and strength that the Queen greatly valued. In moments of tension, Catherine remained composed, humble, and graceful in her actions, which led the Queen to trust that she would play an indispensable role in the future development of the monarchy. She viewed Catherine as a vital part of the royal future and left behind a will with a clear message about her role. Queen Elizabeth left behind a final message that was not dramatic, but rather a subtle transition towards the future of the monarchy. She did not seek to create chaos, but only wished to influence gently and guide the royal family in a new direction. Her will was not made public. It was written privately, not to harm anyone, but to create space for change, a change that would come gradually without the need for rebellion. While the public has not received transparency, a growing concern within the royal household has begun to emerge. According to multiple sources, staff at Kensington Palace were quietly instructed to create a timeline of events related to both children, including private travel records, medical reports, and correspondence from staff with the Sussexes. The purpose was not to validate conspiracy theories, but rather to prepare for any potential legal or constitutional actions that might arise. Family members of the royal family were concerned about the public's reaction if this secret were revealed. The public had always trusted the Queen and preserved her image, so if the will were made public, it could lead to misunderstandings about her decisions. At the same time, they were also worried about how King Charles would handle his mother's final wishes as he was recovering and facing difficult choices in balancing tradition with the need to inherit power. While the debate over the will continued, Catherine carried out her royal duties gracefully unaware of the ongoing controversy. William, though likely aware of the will, chose to remain silent, either showing respect or uncertainty about revealing the Queen's final message. King Charles, despite being in the process of recovery, had to make the final decision between his mother's advice and his responsibilities as a king. The Queen's will was not just a legal document, but also her final expression of leadership conveyed quietly yet powerfully. Those within the royal family and the palace had to choose between following her gentle guidance or continuing with the goal of maintaining traditional stability. This was the first step toward change, not driven by rebellion, but by the Queen's subtle influence and long-term strategy. The British monarchy is currently facing a delicate situation, not a public crisis, but a deeper and more personal decision. One path involves adhering to tradition with King Charles continuing to rule, but change, though slow and graceful, is inevitable. The quiet influence of the late Queen is creating a significant shift in the future of the royal family and the British monarchy. Although there has been no official abdication, senior officials within the palace have raised concerns about King Charles's reign following the discovery of Queen Elizabeth's secret will. The letter hinted that the future of the monarchy might see Catherine playing a more prominent role. The Queen's message did not call for a revolution, but encouraged a subtle change, a gentle shift, which left King Charles feeling uncomfortable as he faced his mother's final wishes. He was torn between respecting his mother's wishes and his responsibilities to the crown. Prince William remains silent, unwilling to cause discord within the royal family. He remains loyal to the system that has shaped him and does not wish to disrupt tradition. Meanwhile, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, continues to carry out her royal duties with calmness, grace, and unaware of the ongoing controversies in the palace. Though maintaining a public image of elegance, people are beginning to realize that she is not just the wife of Prince William, but also a symbol for the future of the royal family. Camilla, although maintaining a public silence, cannot help but notice the change unfolding around her. The sense that public sentiment may no longer be on her side causes her growing anxiety. Camilla's efforts to gain acceptance and assert her position within the royal family seem insufficient as Catherine begins to attract more attention. Camilla understands that her role could become overshadowed in royal history if this change is not carefully managed. Princess Anne, known for her loyalty and determination, is holding a key document that could change the course of events. While she does not have a prominent role in the royal family, her influence has never been greater than it is now. When Queen Elizabeth's secret will was made public, it sparked debates about the future of the monarchy and a shift in power. Though the letter does not have official legal standing, it has altered the perspectives of those within the palace and started to bring about sudden changes. Catherine, though never seeking attention or attempting to overshadow anyone, has started to have a profound impact on the royal family. She carries out her royal duties with humility, always smiling and bringing warmth to those around her. However, the Queen's letter has made people see her as a symbol of change within the monarchy. The media praises her grace, and royal followers have begun to refer to her as the People's Queen. Catherine's gentle and subtle steps have led her to become the central figure within the royal family. Although there has been no official announcement, discussions have begun about assigning Catherine more public duties. This shift, though unofficial, is having a greater impact than anyone anticipated. Catherine is likely to soon become the center of attention, and whether she is prepared or not, she will be seen as an integral part of the royal family. Queen Elizabeth's will, though it doesn't alter royal protocols, has changed perceptions of the image and future of the monarchy, creating a new opportunity for Catherine, the future queen of a monarchy in the process of modernization. When Queen Elizabeth's second will was discovered in the palace, a quiet crisis began to unfold. This was not just a document, but one that contained significant messages that could alter the destiny of the monarchy. Royal lawyers, upon discovering the will, held private meetings to discuss its legality. Although this will had not been officially recognized as it hadn't been processed through legal channels, its moral and emotional value was undeniable. Those close to the Queen asserted that she had written the will with wisdom and intent, aiming to safeguard the monarchy's future in the face of inevitable changes. Within the palace, two factions are fiercely debating whether the will should be made public. One side wants to keep the document secret, fearing that revealing it could cause chaos in the line of succession and disrupt the Constitution. On the other hand, the opposing faction argues that the Queen's message is her final expression of leadership and should be shared to shape the future of the monarchy. The will not only reflects the Queen's role, but also strategic decisions made to confront the imminent changes. Despite efforts to keep it secret, information about the will gradually leaked out initially through whispers within the palace and quickly became a hot topic in the media. The message about Catherine began to spread rapidly, particularly on social media platforms, causing a stir among the public. At first, there was uncertainty, but once the Queen's support for Catherine was confirmed, the wave of support for her grew stronger. Younger generations who had long admired Catherine now placed even greater trust in her leadership abilities. Catherine, already known for her composure and grace, is now being recognized as a true leader. People are beginning to see her not only as the wife of Prince William, but as someone capable of shaping the future of the monarchy. Television programs and the press have started to discuss the Queen's message, elevating Catherine to a new level of prominence. Polls show that support for King Charles is gradually declining, while support for William and Catherine is growing significantly. As the debate grew more intense, King Charles began to lose public support. While he remained the reigning monarch, public sentiment was shifting, and attention was gradually turning toward William and Catherine, who were increasingly winning the affection of the people. Queen Elizabeth, though not intending to create turmoil, had sparked a powerful change through her secret will, influencing the current events within the royal family and potentially shaping the future of the monarchy. Those within the palace did not view Queen Elizabeth's final words as an act of betrayal, but as a positive endorsement for a new future. They believed the Queen had entrusted the responsibility to someone capable of handling these challenges with strength and empathy. Royal experts tried to ease the tense situation by emphasizing the importance of the traditions that had sustained the monarchy for many years. However, all their efforts could not stop the powerful wave of change that the Queen's will had set in motion. The Queen's final words resonated deeply with the public, sparking a nationwide discussion. Within just 2 days, Catherine went from being the wife of Prince William to a symbol of kind and modern leadership. The public not only embraced the values that the Queen had conveyed, but also recognized the need for change to ensure the monarchy remains relevant in the new era. Although the Queen had passed, her legacy continued to profoundly impact the history of the monarchy and shape how people viewed its future. Although things have changed, Camilla's story still leaves many people wondering. Does she truly feel heartbroken? Or is there something deeper at play? Members of the royal family, like Princess Anne, are also faced with an important question. If given the opportunity, should she have spoken the truth sooner? The thoughts and decisions of each royal family member are now under intense public scrutiny. It is a time when views on loyalty, tradition, and change are being put to the test. Do you think Camilla truly feels heartbroken by these changes? Or is there something else going on? If you were Princess Anne, would you have shared the truth earlier? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next stories. And before you go, make sure to click on the video displayed on your screen to continue following these interesting stories.